How long gone? A scorching Tuesday here in Manhattan, Jason. The shirts are off in the streets. People are sweating, getting to and from the office. It's going to touch 100, but luckily I'm safely tucked away in an air-conditioned room, ready to podcast with my BF and a guest. Can't wait, bro.
Okay. And what a day to celebrate International Binary People Day. And I want to know, Chris, when you're walking around New York City, and as you said, hot as it gets, hot as balls. What's the least amount of clothing you'll wear when you're out on the streets?
Oh, just
how far will you go?
Shorts and a shirt. So pretty regular.
Shirt is way too vague, brother. I mean, there's a lot of shirts.
Today I wore a pair of ripstop khaki shorts that I love, that I got the idea from Scott Sternberg from some weird Italian brand I've never heard of, and a vintage J. Crew long sleeve shirt. You know, maybe one button lower than normal, and some New Balance 993s. But I was hitting the streets.
Okay.
No problem.
I feel like a long sleeve Oxford is a little thick for 100 degrees in Manhattan, Playboy.
It's not. It's not. It's a thin. It's not.
Okay.
It is, but it's not, if that makes sense. Yes, sure, I should have worn a t-shirt.
It does make sense, Mr. Trump. It is, but it's also not. Just wanted to let you know that it is.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Okay, so you got the Gramici little ripstop
I'm not wearing
shorts.
Gramici. No, I'm not wearing Gramici. I don't climb anything except
I'm just trying to see which Lulu is it. Lululemon or is it Stussy?
It's literally some brand I can't. It's like LC137. It's a brand I've never heard of. They had these great. Scott was wearing these great shorts, and I asked him where he got them. He got them at Mohawk. And I went on Mohawk.com and ordered them last summer.
And you said it's called Vuori C?
Yeah, Vuori C. Did you see Eminem rocking the Vuori hoodie on fucking at Yankee Stadium?
Are you serious? Kind of
goated. Like, I'm kind of into it. I'm like, dude, Eminem coming out hood up in the Vuori is like, I'm kind of, it's a weird, it's the way that the hood loves Alo. These things, you can't plan for this stuff. It just happens, and they call it Alo, and you can't say anything. You can't,
Alo.
They call it Alo. The Joe Budden podcast all wear Alo and call it Alo.
Okay, because I guess it is better to say it, and it's more similar to polo.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, they're lying to themselves. You're right.
They're low
heads. They're low heads.
I'm a low head, but it's Alo. The same way we can't say heroin, we got to say heron, and we got to say, the Arab and not Arab. The list goes on. I mean, when I say we, I mean me and the other black guys. But
it's pretty cool. It's pretty
I guess
cool.
It all lies in the nuance, because if I were to pull up wearing Lulu or Alo or Vuori, everyone would be like, oh, TJ is having a fun little troll. He's wearing it, post ironically. Is he pulling it off? Probably not. A couple people might get a kick out of it. Is it high fashion? Yes, of course. The list goes on.
Yeah.
But when somebody like, Big Freeze or Eminem wears it, you're like, oh, you just kind of like you're wearing it in the way that Bill Simmons wears it, where it's like, I'm just an old guy and I like being comfy.
Yes, but to be fair,
and I don't care anymore about what I look like.
To be fair, the hood, the African American community has always worn athletic gear in a way that we didn't. So it does feel like.
But were they wearing like Wimbledon tennis whites? And I mean, I guess
no, but I mean,
but I mean, like, there's always been like sportswear that's like very like preppy yoga white girl matcha-y, and then there's like a little more.
What I'm saying to you is the lines
urban flavor.
The lines have blurred. Like, you can't get Alo or Vuori at DTLR, but the visibility is so high you can't help it, and the quality is probably good. And the thing about Alo,
probably the quality is good.
The thing with Alo is it's expensive, or relatively so.
Not everyone can pop those tags at Lennox.
I'm at Alo with my chick, and she's getting a little set. I'll get some pants. Oh shit, these are $150. Like, it's like $150 for some sweats. If you're not on the Tom Brown sweats, this is a good option if you're broke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
These shorts cool, but they ain't that cool. It kind of reminds me of when whatever, a month or two ago when Drewski did whiteface, and everyone's like, so does that mean white people can do blackface again?
You're like, no.
If the hood is wearing Alo and Vuori and
it don't
Lulu,
mean we can do shit. It don't mean we can.
Does that mean I can wear my FUBUs again? I can pull my Sean Johns out?
I mean, you since you're so similar to the broadcaster academics, I'm sure you could wear your academics jeans and no one would bat an eye. But I don't think
they don't make them tall enough for me. The inseam maxes out at 32 on those.
I'm sorry you had to learn that the hard way after spending a couple hundred on eBay.
Trust me, they max out at.
Oh shit! Oh man, I feel I woke up early this morning, big dog. That the jet lag hit me a little bit.
You woke up this morning in New York after you arrived in New York or from London last night.
Yeah, I got back from New York yesterday afternoon, and then had some stuff to do, and then I woke up at like 4:30. I didn't feel great, but I'm coming back to life.
Waking up on TJ time, I like that.
I know. I'm coming back to life. It's all good. There's too much action. There's too much stuff happening. I got to go to Swan Lake tonight, which I checked the running time of Swan Lake, the ballet. You want to take a guess, Jason? Just what I'm in for?
There's obviously an intermission.
Just give me a time.
3:48.
No, God, no. 2:30, which is a full hour more than I would like it to be.
You had me scared. Okay, so that is 2:30. We might as well see the Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the seat would be more comfortable at the IMAX than it will be at the Metropolitan. But I mean, anyway, I have a full day of taking the train 100-degree heat to go sit and watch a ballet, which I do like for about 45 minutes. But as I said, it continues on. It soldiers on,
wow.
Much like us.
I just noticed that Swan Lake is also happening in Glendale.
Oh, wow. I wonder if
the tickets might be a little bit cheaper.
There is a truncated version. Apparently, there's only one act that's 38 minutes. And I was like, oh, my God, could I be so lucky? And then Alex made sure to let me know. Of course not. That is not what we'd be seeing.
38 minutes. And then a Chris Black of yore, you would say, okay, I'm not Christmas morning excited to do this, but it's far from pulling teeth. You're a patron of the arts at the end of the day. But a Chris Black of the olden days, you would settle this with some pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, bro.
Like you would make this 2.5 hour ballet. It would be a zoovie.
No problem. When Alex looks over, I'm drooling. It ain't because I like these ballerinas. I'm doing something else. I feel something else. But yeah, unfortunately, I will be fidgeting. I really have a hard time getting comfortable in these even at Wimbledon. I was like, I couldn't stop moving around. I just cannot get comfortable in these sort of situations, and it makes me feel like a crazy person because everybody else is sitting so stoically like a fucking statue, and I'm over here, itching my face like I hit the pipe and moving around, and my back hurts, and my arm.
You're a fidgeter. I mean, obviously, it happens a lot with us tall guys. You're not really ever gonna, Sometimes I think about it like I'm sitting at a restaurant table, and I'm like, I can't remember the last time I sat at a table and chair, or in a chair at a movie theater or a sporting event. Like, how old was I when I fit in this chair correctly?
Yeah. No, there's no.
12?
Yeah, there's no. I mean, I did do one of my classic post-flight shakeout workouts, where it's mostly stretching yesterday. And I really have to advise, no matter how bad you're feeling after an international long haul, you got to go do that. It makes it 45 minutes at a gym you don't have to do much. It makes your body feel so much better. Mm-hmm. So much better.
Just roll around on that pad, get one of those big sandbags, put it on your chest, and just melt.
We got to find a guy who does the weighted rollers and go see him. I've told you about this, right? Like the 100-pound rollers.
No, they've appeared on my FYP.
We got to find it. Because I feel like they're all in like Iowa. I looked them up.
Head out to Dearborn.
I
got one closer to you in Tulsa. If you want to check that one.
I feel like a lot of the hot chiropractors in Orange County, which makes sense. But no surprise, the guys rolling like giant lead weights on your back are more in the Midwest region.
Yeah, it looks cool. You basically lay face down on like a massage table of some sort. It's like a cross between like a budget massage area and like an industrial budget gym kind of energy.
Yeah.
And instead of putting a yoga block in between your legs to separate it, they just put a smaller kettle. They just put a 35-pound kettlebell in between your legs just to make sure you're like, okay, is that what we need? And then it's like the shape of a foam roller, but it's 100-pound solid piece of metal.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of place those along the back of the legs, the shins, the neck, and they're rolling them, they're holding them. So it's you could have
compression work.
300 pounds of steel just on the back of your hammies, and then you just kind of melt for like 15 minutes.
God,
Ooh.
doesn't that sound good? Jesus Christ, I'm getting too excited. I can't do this in these shorts.
I'm painting too much of a picture, you know what I mean?
You are. All right, we have a guest today. Friend of the show, Naomi McPherson, is joining us. They are in the band Muna, and one of the more swaggy musicians that I've encountered. So let's tap in and get into it. All right, look, thanks for joining us. All right, so are we in LA?
Yeah, we're in LA. Where are you? Are you guys New York and where? You're cosmopolitan travelers. Where are you?
I'm in New York and Jason's in LA.
I'm in
We're
Brussels.
both at home.
No, I'm
Yeah. I'm actually in Antwerp for the afternoon. Thank you for asking.
I wouldn't be
Not a
shocked.
thing in Chile.
Delta flies direct a lot of places. So
That's a great point. Thank you. Yeah, they let we're kind of in their ass right now because they're introducing another way to kind of take our money. I don't know if they're doing like a diet Delta One now.
Oh,
that like
geez.
you don't get to pick your seat, you don't get to go in the Delta One lounge, but you get the lie flat.
it's the Southwest sort of free for all of Delta One. That's brutal.
Like, I want to know what the dollar amount is where, like, Delta One, where you get to pick your seat versus Delta One, where they pick your seat. How much of a financial savings is it? If it's like, we're going to take $3,000 off, but you're going to get that lay flat instead of that lay flat, I don't give a there's no bad seat in Delta One is the point. So
Of course.
There's 15 seats too, or whatever, 20 mate. You know what I mean? It's not like there's a lot. That's what I'm confused about. But I think we talked
it's
about this.
not like, oh, I got stuck in the middle between two fatties. You're laying down in the fetal position.
We talked about this a couple of days because it just feels like people really want to use that lounge, and that's what they're paying for, and they might still pay for that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of also just feels like a way to screw. This is another way to screw over working musicians who've worked really hard to get their miles up and to hopefully be upgraded.
I love this. I was hoping you would somehow find a way to make this about the working class.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will. I know. This is specifically targeted towards middle class musicians who are no longer going to get their seats upgraded to premium select or, God forbid, Delta One. For their cross-national flights.
It's very water world. Like upgrades are a myth. Dry land is a myth.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't
Totally.
exist anymore. Like, it's just like, no, yeah, and you'll totally get upgraded if there's not 45 millionaires who are just going to buy your seat instead. You know?
Yeah, quit playing with us.
Yeah, quit playing with us, girl.
I was just in my partner and I flew recently Cover Yours Delta regular cabin, and then
what's going on? I thought Maddy's Secret was doing pretty well at the box office. What's going on here?
Listen, times are
It
tough.
takes a while to get those residuals in, Chris.
Exactly. The checks haven't cleared yet. The SAG checks haven't hit the mailbox yet. No, there were no Comfort Plus seats available on our flight.
Okay.
Push a T.
Okay.
Yeah, we're popping tags. So we were in a regular twofer on the right hand side of the plane, and we were like, we got put in Comfort Plus for whatever reason on the way back, and we were like, the main was actually better. Comfort Plus is bullshit. There is not more room. And if you're in a twofer with your loved one, you're having fun. You're pulling up the armrest and you're just hanging out. It's not even that much. It's like, it's not worth it.
Twofer with your partner is better than a threefer with a stranger.
Sometimes
And
I've heard sometimes it works. I've heard sometimes it's good, Jason. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Depends
Hey.
on what's currently going on with you and your partner.
Yeah, totally. If you're in a fight, that would be tough. You couldn't you have to have the armrest down.
I think that
Put a sheet up in between.
under 3 hours I'm fine. Under 3 hours,
For
put
sure.
me anywhere. It's not that big of a deal. Especially if I have work to do. If I have the laptop out, I'm able to zone out, I think. But
Totally.
Were you worried though when you get to the airport? Are you thinking about like what is this about to be like, or were you cool about it the whole time?
I'm fine to sort of thug it out, as they say. I was more worried about the health and safety of my partner, who likes to fly us in slightly more deluxe situations than myself, because she also has a work union that guarantees her certain rights, whereas
I didn't realize
guaranteed
that.
no rights.
I didn't realize that.
If you're flying for a job, they fly you really nice, so you could get spoiled real quick. And it's not your own dime, so yeah, you get
Well,
accustomed to
Wait,
lifestyle.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. So if you're a SAG member,
Yeah.
you typically have to get booked like premium or higher.
You have to get
like premium select. Or
It's like a
Premium
corporate
select.
job, whereas if you're above
Yeah.
VP or whatever and the flight's above a certain time, like that's how it works in corporate world. If it's like if you're a VP or above and the flight is above 5 hours or whatever it is, then they have to do it.
Totally. Yeah, I got flown for a movie job a couple of years ago. I was on set for 2 days, and it was like I couldn't believe the way I was being treated. I was like, music is bullshit. We are getting screwed. You're like, okay, this shower at this venue doesn't have mold in it, so that's like about as good as it fucking gets.
Those backstage showers, I did this. I did that once in my life, and recently when I was with Waxahachie and Wilco, I had to do it. I had to do it.
You have to.
And it was a venue in Nashville. Well, I was
not on tour, not playing the show.
I was on tour. That was the night I rode the bus. So I had no choice. It was like either we're getting on the bus, you either do this or there's no shower. And it was a venue in Nashville that was so new that I felt like I wasn't even getting the real experience.
Totally.
It was basically a fucking Kimpton bathroom. You know? It was fine.
That's best case.
Yeah, but I'm sure you've seen some of the darker shit that they have to offer out there.
I've seen some horrible things in the past 12, however long years of touring it. But now I'm in a place where can be a little more selective about where I take a shower.
Yeah, is everybody going, who's the bigger diva in the group?
Me and Josette, definitely.
Really?
Katie, lead singer, does not care. She's like so game. Me and Josette are like, ugh. This is disgusting. Yeah, like the Butch Dykes are like, ew, gross.
When you're checking into the hotel, like, who does your soap program? You're like, oh, really?
I mean, honestly, Naomi, that's why I asked. I have to say that's why I asked, because I thought maybe it would be the other way. All right, so the fellas are the ones causing a stink.
The fellas are. There's a couple of really like historic moments in the history of the touring operation where my bandmate Josette has taken out has requested our tour manager bring measuring tape to the bedroom to measure the width of the bed and then call down and be like, this is not a queen. And then get the room changed. That's happened. Yeah.
You guys are girth checking the mattresses?
You have to.
You have
Listen,
to.
You have to. You cannot let these people tell you what's up.
That's beyond anything I have ever heard or witnessed in
that's
my
a new one
entire
for
life.
me. I mean,
That's cool.
I brought the measuring tape into the bedroom before, but never
for other reasons.
For that application.
No, babe, I told you.
Yeah, exactly. Usually a TV remote, I think, does the comp that needs to.
It's probably the time zone. Change. Man.
That's actually.
I haven't grounded yet.
That's really, really cool. And I wonder now if after this episode comes out, if other people are going to come out of the woodwork and be like, you know what, I do that too. If this is like a secret society of people that Josette is the leader of, and we maybe didn't realize.
Yeah, we've all been eyeballing our mattresses for years
and wondering. Extraordinary things are possible. That is one area. This is when we were also we went through many years of sharing hotel rooms and having to change who is sleeping with a bedmate that night.
Oh, because it's a three-piece. I didn't even think about this. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's rough.
So we're pinching pennies and
cot?
The fellas are all sharing beds, and we're not tiny people, so it can be tough. So then you bring out the measuring tape for the bed. Figure out if you're getting screwed or not.
Okay. So that's it has more of an actual practical reason.
There was a practical.
Yeah. Whatever you got to tell yourself. Whatever you got to tell yourself.
Yeah, but it was also just hilarious. I think it brings, not to speak for Josette, but I do think it brings her pleasure to catch people in lies in real life.
Obviously. Yeah, this is not about the 3 inches of comfort that she's gaining.
Sounds like our comment section, Naomi, I gotta say.
Yeah, this is about truth and getting to the bottom of it.
I just don't like liars. I don't know. I just don't like liars. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being lied to.
I hate hypocrisy. I like validation. I like justice.
I do like all those things.
Wrongs. I wonder if people on like those travel sites are posting measurements now, like when you buy jeans on eBay and you're like, it says 34 on the Levi's, but it's really a 31,
I'll be the secret shopper for booking.com for the 5-star properties if somebody's got to do it. I mean, if I'm not super good with tape measures and like handy stuff, but I could do that.
You could cross-reference some stuff.
Exactly. I could at least cross-reference it. At the very least, I could cross-reference some stuff.
What are y'all's thoughts as cosmopolitan erudite travelers on the United Airlines where you can buy 3 seats and they turn into a bed? Have you seen this?
I have seen this. I only fly
that?
United if I have. It's
At
like
gunpoint.
well, it's weird. On the East Coast, like Newark is the best airport to fly out of, low key, from New York.
Yeah, it does rock.
And United, that's United Hub. And if you want to go to like Austin or Aspen and places like that, it's like the best. I think that is a smart idea. But I think it gets us closer to the stand-up airlines, which are around the corner, and I don't.
Yeah.
Anything that takes us closer to like bus vibes, I think we.
I would say that's the opposite, Chris. You're doing a lay down. You're saying I don't want 3 chairs, I want a bed.
I know, but I'm saying they're getting.
There's a lyric in there somewhere, Naomi. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
They're getting too funky. They're getting too funky with it, is what I'm trying to say. They're getting too funky with it, and it feels like this is all steps in the wrong direction.
I was just gonna say I understand where you're coming from in the sense of like the future being one person can buy lie flat and the other it's like the hook on the back of your backpack. If you wear your backpack and you hook yourself onto a hook.
If you can find an empty hook, you can take it.
Yeah,
You're the Peking duck for the 7-hour flight.
Well, what I think that the 3 top fold over, it's primarily for parents and their small child to create their little zone.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this literally, I think, on the last episode about how airlines, I believe, are moving into segregating people of classes into. So it's like, here's this plane's only first class and premium, or this one's only Delta One and first class.
Yeah.
This one is only 3 bangers that fold into. So I want to put all the families with crying, screaming babies all in the same plane.
In their own area.
Put all the rich, boring people on the other plane.
Sure.
And put the middle people on the... Instead of, like, we can just have a bunch of Comfort Pluses from seat 1 to seat 56.
Yeah.
Knock them all out. You got your shitty kids?
Yeah, get your own plane.
Yeah.
without those pesky private prices, you know.
No, but it's good. It's like when they have like the Mommy and Me movie screenings early in the morning. Like, it's like a nice service to be like, hey, my kid's gonna scream and be annoying, so I'm just gonna be around other kids that are screaming and annoying. Easier on the parents.
We just learned not to scream on planes. I actually think it's the instinct to scream on a plane is fair. I think
We've been
really
conditioned
fair.
by polite society to not scream.
But these babies are screaming, plane or not. They're gonna scream wherever
That's true.
they are. You know?
They're screaming just being incarnate, which is also fair.
Yeah.
I needed to hear that today, Mama.
Yeah, I think that's also. On the way, I got back from London last night, and there was a guy. There's a family in the front 3, like the 3 front seats of Delta One, and there was a kid. He was probably like 13, had the AirPod Max on. This motherfucker read a book the entire flight. And afterwards, I almost approached him to congratulate him. I'm like, I have not seen someone of your age. He read a book for 6.5. I went to the bathroom several times. I'm a big hydrator, as you know. I saw him every 30 minutes.
Wow.
Never put the fucking book down. I was like, this is giving me hope. I don't know if it was Harry Potter. I didn't check the spine, but
Well, Chris, there's this thing called autism, and you just discovered a person who has got it deep inside.
Well, I'm saying this to say there was a fairly well-known actress also on the flight who I did not see put down her cell phone for the entire 6. I'm just trying to show
Name searching.
Chris, we'll bleep it.
Oh.
She did look good though. I'll say that. But I'm saying
She lit.
I was like, that is I mean, as a person who uses their phone in a healthy amount, I was like, this is shocking. Like I saw the trend, I kept checking a little bit just to see. It was shocking.
Those of us who are so busy, the plane is the only time I get to scroll and kind of fuck off. You know, that's my play zone.
Yeah, famously actors don't have any downtime when they're when they're shooting something.
She has no time to
no time at all.
I'm generally like anti-children because I grew up poor. I'm anti-child in first class. It just pisses me off like so much. But if you're reading, you get a couple clout points from me.
I think that there's a lot of blowback happening. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kristen Cavallari from the Hills. The blonde bombshell from the Hills. She recently got in trouble.
I said I'm poor, not blind. Of course I know about Kristen.
Sorry.
We had basic cable. What the fuck? So she has recently gotten some blowback for being like, yeah, I put my kids in fucking coach. It's my money. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Mommy worked for this. Get your bag up.
I had 3 babies with an NFL quarterback. Not you losers. Like, sit in the back. Like I don't give a shit.
I think that's a common rich person's thing where I hear, like, you know, Shaq talks about it. Is like,
yeah,
I gotta teach these kids, we ain't rich, I'm rich. And I think Kristen is doing a bit of the same.
Yeah.
Because she knows that, like, my kid is going to turn into a fucked up Kardashian if I don't set some of these ground rules.
Totally.
We're going to get a Northie.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen
bad case of the Northie?
Have you seen Northie's hand piercings? Are you up on this?
I'm not. You know what? You'll have to catch me up on the goings on of the past couple of weeks. I've been taking a break from using my phone. I reached a breaking point. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't need to know as much as I know. I'm too online. Goodbye. So I've been off the past couple of weeks. I did see a video of who did I see a video of saying hi to Northie from the stage? Little Uzi Vert.
Yeah. Well,
that's I'm up on that. That's like
who did I see? But one little Uzi Vert.
Little Uzi Vert.
Well, who? I mean,
okay.
Little Uzi Vertical.
People with unnecessary piercings have to stick together. You know,
yeah. That's why they're hanging
Northwest.
out.
I just noticed this recently because people were, but like, I'm talking 5 to 6 piercings per hand, which is a thing I didn't even know was necessarily possible. I know we've made great leaps in the piercing space since I was in the marketplace.
Well, we've gotten our infections down so much.
It's crazy. Years. Like, you look at her hand and it's just fucking silver balls. Like, it's crazy.
That my mind instantly goes hospital infection. Like, tell me you don't bathe. Did she just stand to get, like, bathed by other people?
They spray her down like a horse after a session.
Mane and tail.
She definitely she's probably bidet only.
Yeah,
and touchless bidet only, hands up. Just getting
never had a regular toilet. That's what I'm saying. Never even had one.
Those hand piercings. Oh my God, fear beyond.
Imagine you're late for the big dinner meeting and you get that thing caught on the door on your way out.
Crazy.
Call 911.
Crazy. Honestly,
scary enough having earrings.
Yeah, I know. Did you ever go through a heavy piercing phase in your younger days?
I tried to gauge my ears for a second when I was in high school. I'm from San Diego, so, you know, we were in the punk and hardcore scene, straight edge for 90 minutes, you know, kind of vibe.
Wait, I didn't know. Well, you're talking to two people who know what you're talking about.
Oh, nice.
And I also stretched my own ears at home on my mom's knitting needles.
Let's go.
Proud to say I never stretched my ears, and that's
weak motherfucker, and you never had it in you, bitch.
That's also true. That's also true.
It was uncomfortable.
It's the only way I feel something.
What was your era of San Diego punk and hardcore? Obviously, this is post 3-1G. This is because you're younger than us, so this is post the Locust and that whole. There was no unbroken shows.
There were no unbroken shows. I was a high school class of, again, audience, cover your ears if you're young, and I guess cover them if you're old too. 2011. So I was like 08 to 2011, 07 to 2011. So it was almost like there were like the kind of like Job for a Cowboy type shit going on, the like really scary music, but also like Christian hardcore Under Oath type shit, and then like scene shit.
Zayo and Under Oath always got a pass, but not from me. Not from me.
You don't pass Under Oath? Come on.
Early Zayo was good.
I don't care how satanic you sound.
So you were a little more of a Seozin kind of chick? Little Norma Jeaner?
Chiodos.
Oh, yeah, Chiodos.
Okay, so I'm getting the zone.
Seosin, Circus Survive, yeah, all that kind of...
Okay.
Stuff. But actual hardcore punk stuff, too, in like local bands, like in my high school.
Did you play in any of these bands?
I did not play in any... Well, there was a very charming kid in my grade in middle school whose dream was to start. He was like one of the only black kids in a very white middle school, and his dream was to start a hardcore band that included everyone in the class. So this band never existed in terms of like actually playing. I think maybe one show happened. But They were called the Moxie Bullets. And he basically would do like Chappelle style white voice, and
Wait, when you say be in a band with the whole class, you mean like
He just
there's a
wanted the whole
30-person
class
band?
to be in a band. Yeah,
Okay.
somehow.
Okay, so this
He
is
just
like
thought it
Broken
would be
Social
fun.
Scene Arcade Fire vibe.
Totally.
Got it.
But no shows, no instruments, one rehearsal.
Okay.
If you're in the class, you're in the Moxie Bullets.
This is a pretty revolutionary idea, I have to say. Maybe
pretty
ahead of
cool.
its time.
Okay,
It's
Zoran.
tough to
Shout out to
record.
Lawrence.
Very socialist band vibes. I like it.
Yeah, you would
Totally.
lose money touring, of course, but
Facts.
recording is fine.
No
Recording's
touring
problem.
enterprise there going.
Sound check is a snap.
Yeah.
We got nothing.
Easy. Yeah, I think it was more of a bonding exercise to include both cool kids and nerds into a socially engineered bonding project.
See, back
I
in
think that's amazing. That's beautiful.
back in Jason and I's day, that was not, no one wanted to do that. That was we were jocks versus, you know what I mean? That was our era.
So there's a black person in school. We didn't have any of those in Orange County.
we didn't have any of that either.
It was
Yeah.
me. It was half of me, but I'm so light skinned that it barely counts. If someone says that I have a black friend and it's me, it doesn't count.
Well, no, I'm not talking about San Diego. I mean, like,
San Diego. Yeah, I mean San Diego in general. I went to a Spanish immersion school prior to that, which was 100% POC vibes, and then I went to a
Really?
a
There
white-
weren't any white boys in there trying to.
There were a couple white boys getting off some, tray flips and like kind of Dickies Pro Club.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Did you go through a Dickies Pro Club era?
Oh, I'm still there. I went down the street to a local sort of convenience store in my neighborhood, and they also sell there's a huge aisle of just like Pro Club shirts of all sizes. So I went through a Dickies. Dickies were technically uniform friendly.
Oh, compliant. Oh, for the school, for high school.
Compliant.
Because they're just
and
plain
for San
pants.
Diego, it's like that's perfect.
Yeah, that really is. That's the official
Four
pant.
sizes too big.
It's both my uniform and my uniform.
Exactly.
Were your parents like, what the hell are you doing? Or did they know you had a freak flag from day one?
My what did they even think? My mom, single mom, dad's, around in big air quotes occasionally.
Oh, your dad was around. Must be nice.
He was around in the sense that we might be in the same state at the same time. And he would call me occasionally.
I wasn't able to. He didn't share his location with me, but I think he's in NorCal right now. So I think technically he's doing
Yeah,
his
sometimes
job.
people are like, where does your dad live? I'm like, I'm not positive. But
Has he not come out of the closet? No pun intended. Has he since you've
He's
risen
very-
to fame and fortune?
he's very proud of me and happy for me, and yeah, we just like we have a bit of a strained relationship.
Sure,
but my
of
mom's a
course.
G,
Yeah.
and they were both jazz musicians, so like
Oh,
they think
okay,
all
okay.
music that's not their hearts are a little closed to all music and culture that's not jazz or funk, maybe, if you're like pushing the edges of what's acceptable to listen to.
I'll go as far as funk.
Yeah,
Okay?
pretty much. And they're like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. They can't even play their fucking instruments. Like
Wow, this is cool.
that's where they're
Wow.
at.
Okay, so
it's kind of cool.
So you learned about like weird time structures and signatures at an earlier age than most kids.
kind of, but I'm like dumb. I was like, I'm too stupid for this. It sounds hard.
I like that you rejected that completely in the music that you make now, and that's why it's popular.
I know.
And that's why you're doing well.
Look, you might be dumb, but your fingers are not.
There you go. There you
Going
go.
dummy. I got enough of the musical vibe from my family to get like traumatized
Yeah.
into like music education and being like a tight ass. Like
Did your mom play? Like, was she still active when you were growing up?
she kind of stopped playing when I was born.
Yeah.
And she also didn't want to she didn't play too much music around the house because she wanted me to like develop my own taste. Unfortunately for her, we were in San Diego, so my taste became like, as a 10-year-old being like, early Green Day's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh
it
god.
turned out not how she would have liked, but that was her job as mother.
Totally. But I didn't listen. As a result, I was like, 8 listening to Sade in like my tape, like at school or whatever, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't listen to any pop music. I didn't know about the Spice Girls until I was like in high school. Like,
Wow,
I missed it
that's actually.
Wow.
I'd never listened to Britney Spears.
But you watch TV, like you watch MTV and VH1, or no?
At friends' houses, my mom lied to me and said we only had PBS, and I believed her until I was 11.
That's child abuse. Lock her up. That's crazy.
If that ain't a jazz house, PBS on 24/7.
We only have PBS, sweetheart.
She was like,
Sorry.
you're watching Nova and learning about space, or I don't know what you're gonna do. You're reading a book.
So you like knew about like unwritten law before the Beatles, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom is showing me like Joseph Campbell like VHS tapes, being like, you're gonna learn about the hero's journey, and then maybe you can watch Arthur.
What did she
if you get home before 4?
What did she do for a living?
Arthur's the treat?
Yeah, Arthur was the treat for real. She up until very recently, and she's like, she had me when she was older. She had, me and my girlfriend Kate, both of our moms had us when they were 43. So my mom had a full and rich life prior to me. And all I've ever known her as doing was being a house painter. She's a house painting and consulting by herself.
Whoa.
She owns her own business. She's out there dolo painting houses, interiors, exteriors, consultations, etc. And she's also very handy. So she's like Mr. Fix-It vibes.
Oh,
wow.
So she'll do a little semi-gloss coat, but then take a look at that leaky faucet.
Exactly.
Get under. Okay.
She's like, nothing
That
the
honestly somehow
duct tape can't fix.
Yeah. Somehow I'm finding a parallel between the solo work of a jazz musician and the solo work of paint, like the
brushstrokes of jazz are very
like the
similar.
like the isolation is maybe what she's attracted to.
Totally. Yeah. Personal exploration jazz is also very much, and it's also kind of meditative.
Walking up and
Zen.
down that ladder of life.
Yeah, she's very like she's like, I like being on ladders and being on roofs, and I feel safe there. Which is, I don't know where my fear impulse came from. Probably my dad's side of the family all are like medically anxious and hypochondriacs and like neurotic.
Don't hang out on the roof.
Yeah, don't hang out. Don't even go near a ladder that could take you there.
You must have me fucked up if you think I'm getting on that ladder.
I don't love a ladder either. I love a ladder either.
I
like a ladder. If a ladder is doing this, I'm okay. If a ladder is just a straight leaned up against a wall, if it's leaning, no bueno. Yeah, if we're triangling, I'll talk.
All of it's a little scary.
Did you play guitar first?
I played classical piano from like 4 or 5 to like 10 or 11. You can't tell in the music I make. I really have scaled it back.
Pun intended.
But that's what I did that, and that was like rigorous and difficult.
Yeah.
And I was also a little bit of like a slack off. I had like San Diego stoner energy before I ever even touched drugs, but I just understood that there had to be more to life than practicing. And it was probably hanging out with your friends and eating Mexican food.
Chillaxing. Longboard, skateboard, frisbee in the park, Mexican food from sombreros.
Period. Yeah, exactly. Just because.
I don't think you guys understand sort of how, like, Jason's from Orange County, Huntington Beach. You're from San Diego. Like, the stuff that you guys were doing is so foreign to someone from Conyers, Georgia. Like an after school, like, oh, we're going to hit the beach or, whatever. We're going to go. It's just, obviously, we're all hanging out in like parking lots and shit. Don't get me wrong. But there's a certain level of Pleasantville, California, almost no matter how much money you had because of the weather and like the overall spirit of the place that seems ideal for a kid, basically.
Yeah, totally. I think it obscured the fact that I was poor for a long time because I was like, I don't know, life's pretty cool. And then
you
exactly.
Find out
I
can get a bean and cheese, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's what everyone's eating.
And then you turn 16 and all your friends get really nice cars and you don't, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
bicycle different.
You're like, I don't even get a hoopty.
Yeah, I couldn't even get a Civic. All right, shit.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I'm a full kind of converted Angelino now. I just love it. It's an actual city. San Diego is kind of like a mall, like a spread out big mall.
Well, I guess because everyone says, especially people from New York, that LA is not an actual city. It's just a giant sprawling whatever. But I guess if you come from San Diego, LA is a city. And if you come from Orange County, LA is a city.
Yeah. If you come from this is just like people from, it's like, yeah, we get it. You have buildings that go up. Ours don't go up. They go out, okay?
Ours go sideways.
We're all going to survive. Like,
you ever seen the Skechers warehouse? That Skechers warehouse is huge. One story.
We're back on girth again. You guys can't help
Listen,
yourselves.
if I
Jesus
have to break out
Christ.
the measuring tape, I'll do it.
We're talking total square footage here, buddy, not height.
Come on. Yeah, I think there's like, I'm like, has anyone been to other parts of America that are like definitely not cities? Like LA is for sure a city. There is stuff here. There's stuff to do.
Just in the stuff part alone, we are a city.
I think that's unfair to say about LA. I think LA is boring, but I think it's a real city. I mean, I think that's just insane to say it's not a real city.
It's not approachable. It's not like user friendly. But I think if you're Southern California born and bred, it kind of just makes sense.
Did you ever go through a phase where you found LA to be lonely? Because that's a popular critique that I hear from people that live there.
I understand the critique. Maybe I just had too much motion too early on.
Naomi said you're kind of asking the wrong person here.
I went to college here, so I made friends.
Because
You
guys went to USC?
Yep, crazy, insane.
Oh, wow,
I
rags
know.
to riches.
Yeah, exactly. They gave me a scholarship. My mom said bye.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll see that. Was it for music? Was it for music?
No, it was not. I was like fully trying to avoid doing music because I saw how hard the lifestyle was once I realized that we were broke.
Well, what was the plan then?
I don't really know exactly what my plan was. I basically I was a narrative studies major that basically kind of like the Gallatin, like the NYU Gallatin of USC.
The fun
Which is
school.
like, you are smart, we think.
There's something here.
There's something here. Maybe you'll be able to figure it out.
I've tangled many Gallatin graduates in my time, and it's definitely a coin flip either way.
For our international listeners at home, could you guys explain this a little bit further?
I guess, okay, so Gallatin specifically is the NYU School for Individualized Study. You can kind of create your own major. I will say it gets a little more, at NYU, is a little more like esoteric and kind of boundaryless. Like you can major in like
composting,
oral histories of whatever, ancient cartography. It's like something so kind of just out there.
Jason, it can get really, really useless because your dad's a pretty big producer and there's a job waiting for you when you get back to Brentwood.
Totally.
It's kind of the vibe.
Totally.
Double major in incense studies or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would have, I'm a scent person. I could have gone there so fast.
Oh, okay. Full ride.
Yeah, full ride to Candle University.
To Yankee U.
But the USC had a program, I hope it still exists because it was good. It was called Narrative Studies. And essentially it meant like, you don't have to be an English major. You can take classes in English, history, psych, playwriting, film, like whatever, and kind of parlay that into any, in theory, like postgraduate studies that have to do with like whatever you end up thinking is the coolest.
I see. Sure.
The website says stories shape how we understand the world.
Yeah.
And then it's just basically
sounds like a fucking deck I got from somebody
vibes.
to pitch me on something.
So that's like, I like the story that's in my in video games or theater or anything in between.
Or totally. Yeah. It was like a just interdisciplinary like writing.
Were all three of you in that program?
Just a narrative person.
Just me. I was in that program, and then I had a double major in ethnic studies, which is where I met Katie, because she had a minor.
They let her minor in ethnic studies?
Yeah. They let the cracker do it.
They wouldn't let me get away with that. They see me coming, they're like, nah, bro, sorry. We don't want your money.
What's your favorite ethnic that you studied?
Great question. I was a
top 5 ethnicities of all time.
Listen, I'm half black. I gotta give it up. I was in ethnic studies. I did like performance studies with regards to like blackness and queerness. So another like big brain postgraduate like interdisciplinary.
Lots of money to be made in that stuff. Lots of money there.
So
Lots
much
of money
cash. Yeah, I was like, well, it's got to be more than jazz. I kind of wanted to work at like a museum. That was like what I love museums, and I was like, I'd love to work in a museum in some capacity, like writing the little things that go below the pictures.
Sure. I mean, look, there's a job.
Cha-ching.
I know 2 different librarians, like cool downtown librarians.
That's sick.
That like work at, one of them works at one of the like very prestigious private schools, and it's like, from what I can tell, she's actually changing lives. You know what I mean? Like actually being like,
that's sick.
putting a 16-year-old onto something that's going to set their course differently. And I'm like,
yeah.
I forget this can actually happen. Like you become so cynical that you forget that's possible.
Yeah, reading as opposed to flavored vapes or whatever.
Yeah. Or maybe a little bit of both, but at least there's reading.
Yeah, it might help the reading actually.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could
At
lock
least there's
in.
Yeah, so nobody told you to explore narratives. You just stumbled upon that on your own.
I explored them instinctually.
I sniffed them out.
No, it's probably that. Yeah, my mom's showing me Joseph Campbell like videotapes as a child, and I was like,
Yeah, no choice. You're built for this.
I'm dog shit at math, and everyone was like, I'm gonna be an engineer. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like I was like in the thick of like Obama era, like optimistic high schooler, but on the edge of like total and complete economic collapse, where we still had dreams that the future was gonna be like anything other than podcasting.
It was a fun little 3-year window.
Hey, we're not catching strays.
Podcasting is up. Put your bets on podcasting.
Podcasting might have paid for that room you're in, for all we know. I'm not sure.
100. I mean, come on. Yeah, podcasting. The band's gonna have to. We're gonna bring it back at some point.
Yeah,
podcasting is bigger. Has better prospects than music.
This is a thing that we talk about sometimes with musical guests in bands who are touring with instruments and gear and all that stuff. And then, I'm always like, maybe start DJing instead. You just it's like the cross between podcasting and being in a band.
Yeah, DJing.
You're making people just as happy. You're splitting the money with nobody. There's no you show up and you just rip.
The number one job in music is songwriter producer.
I mean,
that's the number one. If you can be a successful songwriter and you don't care about touring, you get all the money, you get all the access. You don't have to tour. That's the dream.
I feel bad for I wish songwriters could get flat fees in the same way that like producers can, because a producer can be like, you want me to make your record? That's going to cost you X, Y, and Z. But songwriters, it's like you could be working with the hottest shot, and it's like, well, we'll see if we get you paid. We hope, and they have to hustle super hard. Producing is if you have the work ethic, which I'm trying to foster in myself. We're working on work ethic.
We're working on it.
But yeah, that's a solid one. And then you can you can turn your ADU into a studio.
Exactly.
Have people over and drink yerba mate, and
just crank this stuff out.
It can be a good time.
Let's just get it going.
But yeah, the DJ thing might be a fun one to get into. I lived in an art house in college, and I was into making chopped and screwed remixes, so that's the extent of my DJing knowledge.
My brother!
Come on, chopped and slopped.
You and I were probably making chopped, not slopped remixes at the same time. You were in college, I was 30. But,
Hey.
Peaks and troughs.
Chop, not slop doesn't know age, Jason. That was
we're both chopping.
Because chop, not slop, I feel like that became part of the public canon because of Drake. Is that fair to say?
Maybe I would almost say
on a large scale. It was
kind of like, before that it was maybe like the like Clams Casino.
Yeah.
I feel like there was like a lot of like Lil B, chopped and screwed stuff. Slim K was like one who was a big one. On Dat Piff you could get the Drake chopped and screwed remixes of like Take Care, I think went pretty crazy.
I feel like that was a lot of people's first exposure to that Texas, like that shit at all.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah, my first exposure was the T-Pain song "Chopped and Screwed" with a K.
That one's a little on the nose.
It's a
You're
little
saying
on the
it put you onto the terminology? I'm not familiar with that song.
Put me onto the terminology completely. Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay.
And then I got further into the lore.
That's beautiful.
DJ Screw was chopped and screwed, and then the Chop Stars did chop not slop like OG Ron C. He had to plant his sloppy flag as well.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know my first chopped and screwed song. It must,
yours was definitely some real like Houston shit because it was 2006 or whatever.
I was on SoulSeek in 2006.
Sick.
Accessing burned CDRs that I should not have access to at that time.
But I loved a better time.
I feel like that was the prime time of like sort of like social media wasn't totally ruining your attention span, but YouTube was there with every lesson you could possibly learn. And if you had the wherewithal to sit...
You had to seek it out if you wanted to find it. It was there, not just like, oh, I'm a DJ now because a video popped up on my phone showing me how to...
You had to work for... The alg wasn't as like primo sort of targeted at your most base instincts.
Well, you said you were taking a break. I feel like you do this pretty often, or you try to do this pretty often.
My social media break. This one's for real, guys. It's for real. It's happening.
Are you using a brick or is this raw dog?
I try to do it. So this is particularly Instagram and being like a voyeur on Reddit. I'm trying to give up.
Okay.
I can't give up YouTube. That's really that's where the podcasts are.
Well, are you watching like Theo Vaughn, or what are you doing on YouTube?
Imagine.
When you watch podcasts, not listen?
I do both.
Okay.
I follow a couple of like news kind of like YouTubes, like that guy Chris Hedges. He has some good stuff. And Drop Site News I'll watch, and then I'll watch like roundups of Hassan Piker's stream on YouTube. I'll listen to those at the gym. I listen to Stavi's podcast. Love him.
Piker roundups at the gym?
Yeah.
Wow, you're more Republican than Chris.
Can you imagine? using the Jeff? Are we all using the Jeff Nippard app? Do we fuck with that shit? It's pretty solid.
I don't know what that is. I've never used.
That?
I don't know who that is.
I'm giving him free clout, but it's that
Who,
good.
Jeff?
Jeff Nippard is a weightlifting. He's a kind of like implicitly not like incel style lifter.
Okay.
He's like a short, cute, all natty bodybuilder, Canadian.
Okay.
You said, is it Nippers with an S at the end?
Nippard, even stranger.
Nippard.
ARD.
Nippard.
Got it,
Yeah,
got it.
Jeff Nippard.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
And yeah, he has like it's pretty fun. He has a lot of videos of like, have you ever thought that maybe you're doing this exercise all wrong if you want to be this most jacked person in the universe? That's kind of his vibe.
I see he's doing an S tier ranking of saunas, cold plunges, foam rollers, etc., etc.
He does shit like that.
I'm sure that one video alone has more views than I will get in my entire life.
That does sound pretty good. I mean, is he?
It's honestly sick.
He's a competitive weightlifter, or this is his hobby?
He's a former competitive weightlifter, bodybuilder. He's on that like spectrum of sort of weightlifting, but not like looks maxing toxic vibe.
Yeah.
He kind of has he has a very like gentle soy, like nice vibe.
Okay.
And he developed a really incredible workout app.
And you use the app this is what you're using to train.
I use the app. Yeah.
Macro Factor workouts tracker?
Yep, that's the one.
Because you're in pretty good shape. This is something you've dedicated yourself to.
I'm trying. See, I'm always doing something, whether or not what I'm doing is optimal is what I'm trying to figure out with this app.
Sure. I get that.
You know, that's
I get that.
That's where I'm at. I'm in a place now where I'm spamming buys and delts, trying to get I'm trying to get horizon level.
You're trying to get bring me the horizon level delts?
How often are you in the lab? Let's say we're not on tour. Are we every day, basically?
No. Well, I used to. Okay, so this is where Jeff Nippard and the damn app comes in.
Okay.
And also, he just has like good workout programs that you can find for free on Reddit.
Period.
And you can upload those to the app, and then it tracks your progress, and it like automatically updates your like what you should be doing for warm-ups.
Promo code MUMA. Promo code MUMA. Sign up. First month free on the Macro Fast Tracker app.
Come on. Yeah, shit. I'm giving him so much fucking
No, this is good. The
free
last episode,
swag.
we were giving people free game about dog psychics. Now we're getting macro tracking workouts. This is part of our service.
Yeah.
How serious are you about are you crazy about your diet?
Not as much as one could be. I try not to get too like tripped up and toxic about it because I also travel so much. It's like, how much can I actually control?
Yeah, kind of.
Like,
yeah,
I'm not going to bring a scale with me to a restaurant. Like, it's too crazy.
No. That's the thing about this. That Jason and I always talk about this. It's like, I could go 0 dark 30, but I have a life.
Yeah, you live life.
Yeah, I can't. There's only so much I'm going to be able to do as a person who has a social life and a job.
Yeah, exactly. You do what you yeah. I'm a gourmand, you know. I coming from my humble roots to now being in a place where I can order appetizers at restaurants, I'm like, oh shit.
Shit, I can get the bloomin' onion and a steak.
So you are a gourmand.
Yeah,
Okay, so
exactly.
I don't want to know what the house account is looking like at McCall's every month, but it's probably
We're running up tabs at McCall's and Cookbook.
If you're not doing that in LA, I mean,
and we know about Kate's produce upbringing, of course, her green market upbringing.
Her farm upbringing. Yeah, although we're in shambles over here about this new stomach virus, and it's eliminating a lot of things from the diet that I would consider, for me, personal staples.
I had a salad for lunch today, man. Fuck y'all. I'm fine.
care. Okay.
I'm gonna
You're
thug it out.
YOLOing.
Yeah, I went to
Well,
this
Chris,
bowl.
you're not in a food desert. It's different. But I mean, it does say
That's true.
even if it's washed, all fresh produce gives you explosive diarrhea. Is that what's happening?
It's like that, yeah. And all I'm seeing are pictures of green onions, cilantro, and raspberries, like things I eat every single day.
I saw somebody posted like a Fresh Direct thing where strawberries were $0 because they want to get rid of them.
Holy
It's a produce purge.
You just put them in your freezer for a couple weeks and then hope
I
they
feel
die.
like the produce that I'm eating is not part of this.
Yeah. Probably
I'd like to think.
I mean, Jason, you go to Ralph's. I don't know what you're buying there, but I mean, I'd like to think it's not the Rocket, but I don't know in a pinch.
Damn.
No, there's better produce at Ralph's than at Whole Foods. I've talked about this before.
I would agree with that.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying I think any mass sold produce is maybe at risk. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's not.
I
good.
agree.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
You can see what's local.
Well, luckily
and
I
what the
picked
fly-ins
my
are.
own, so it's kind of I know exactly where it's coming from my roof,
Yeah,
roof
yeah.
garden.
You and Flynn McGarry.
Yeah,
go
me
to
and Flynn
Connecticut every week
take
and
the Volvo.
Just pick for the
Take
week.
the Volvo to Connecticut and just pick.
Are you going to eat all those radishes, Chris? I didn't think so.
Classic.
I didn't. Okay, so you're eating like a normal person.
Yeah, I'm eating like a normal person. I like to go out to eat. It's one of the only like luxuries that money really can change in your life, is like having excellent food. So that's one of my things that I enjoy. But yeah, I'm working out now. I'm doing a thing where I'm working out 4 days a week and I'm lifting heavy.
Okay.
And at fewer reps, lifting heavier. That's where I'm at now. We'll see where that gets me.
That's a very popular line of thinking right now. It's sort of like 8 reps maxing out instead of 12 or whatever.
Yeah. I was on the 12 to 15 for a while, and I was just spending 2 hours in the gym every day, and it's not sustainable. It's too insane.
Well, how do you? Because you guys have been on tour recently, right?
Yeah, we were gone.
Or is it starting?
We had a little mini like release month tour in May, and then we're doing summer festivals, but full tour doesn't start until the fall.
There's a string of Pride dance parties as well.
Yeah. We have some Pride-related dance parties that we got up to in June, hosted by other people.
It only makes sense if you're making Pride-related dance music. Why wouldn't you?
They
right?
give us 1 month to do what we want.
Hey, in my life,
back in our
in my
cage.
life, y'all motherfuckers run it. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you got.
And you're lucky we're letting you come on the pod 2 weeks after, but that's how much we love you.
Exactly. We were trying to work
See,
it in, but it
We
wasn't.
moved some things around.
We're trying to, yeah. Lindsey Graham dying extended Pride Month.
I haven't seen-
like the hedgehog.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham dying, and then the release of Maddy's Secret. We've got.
It did it all.
We're stretching Pride Month.
What a 1-2 punch.
Pride Summer.
I was actually, speaking of lesbian dance music,
Please.
that scene in Maddy's Secret where they're
disco.
in that dance studio and they do such a good job of encapsulating that like 1989, like it's vaguely like Puerto Rican and Dominican, but every race and culture is there
Sure.
and they're all together. But it's being led by, a Dominican or a Puerto Rican energy.
Yeah, very New York kind of dance 90s.
It's a New Yorican flavor to it.
Yeah.
Half the people there are, wearing like really in just like outfits that you've never seen before. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, but
New kinds of clothes.
New kinds of
Yeah,
clothes.
new kinds of queer clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it has to be breathable, but also fierce.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a fine
important.
line.
I didn't have a question. Just
Just
at all,
just an
but,
observation
Just
on
an
the film.
just an
I just thought that they did such a good job of that energy that we haven't seen since like a Paula Abdul music video
Totally.
or whatever. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But listening to the new album,
Paula Abdul energy. There's not Paula
it's
Abdul energy.
not.
on
There
certain
are
things.
orchestral stabs from a 80s synthesizer that might be seen on a
You love
Opposites Attract.
You gotta love a Korg Triton and getting
Classique.
involved in some. Yeah.
You and Dr. Dre love those Korg Triton presets, huh?
Yep.
And you went to USC where the Dr. Dre wing of I Didn't Kill Tupac was built 10 years ago.
I was there just as it was finishing, and the way that if I had been paying for this school, I'd be pissed because the construction that was going on campus was so forgive my language, fugly. The entire time that we were there, it was just hideous. And now, I went back to do something to drop in on a friend's class, and now they have a Trader Joe's across the street. We didn't have that. Mm-hmm. So now everyone there, the University of Spoiled Children just got even more spoiled.
Oh, I haven't heard that before. That's some real locals only stuff.
University of Spoiled
Children. It is
Children.
a Trader Joe's, not a Meadow Lane, but we're somewhere.
It's not Lazy Acres, but listen.
You could do something with that. Well, all right. So you're doing the full tour in the fall then. So you got you're hanging out.
Full fall tour, and we're gonna try to advance the gyms. We're gonna figure out where the gyms are at, where we got free passes going.
One of the best stories.
Got some bodybuilders on with us.
One of the best stories that's ever been told in this podcast was Johnny Resnick from Goo Goo Dolls saying that his tour manager has the gym and the Whole Foods in a map for him, and they have a rental car ready when the bus gets to the venue.
He's living my dream.
He gets in the rental car and goes to he goes to the gym and then goes to Whole Foods and then comes back for sound check.
Wow.
And he was like, that's just what I had to do. I had to once that we could. I had to do it. And I was like, that is
totally
pretty unbelievable.
Just what I do.
In our situation, we're kind of just gathering the closest lime glide or whatever the new tech that they're rolling out is, and going to 24-hour fitness that we can sneak into easily.
It seems like this record's being very well received.
Who knows? Like,
really?
I mean, yeah, I think so. But also, it's just hard when all of our algorithms are so personally catered to us that who knows who's hearing what or who's seeing what. The tour is selling fine. Everyone can come out to a show. Everyone's welcome. Straight guys are welcome.
Thank God.
We're doing a straight pod right now.
This is to sell tickets in some cities.
Not everyone thinks we're a straight pod. Ask our straight friends.
Yeah, the straight people don't think it's a straight pod. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Oh, they don't. Oh, okay. What is the straight feedback? Not enough like medical sort of exploration into peptides or peppers?
No, I think
like
doomsday peppers.
Peppers.
People call peptides peppers? See, that's how straight we are.
I heard that yesterday, and it did make me want to unalive myself.
Yeah, that's the unalive stuff right there. That's unalive.
Peppers is tough.
Mm-hmm. I think that you're right about the algorithm. I just think that sometimes it's like we saw you guys play at Newport. That's the first time I was aware, and I was like,
amazing.
I don't know if this is for me. And then you guys did rock, and I was impressed.
Even if it doesn't matter if the music is for you, as long as you think we're cool, chill guys. That's all that matters.
But the show, I was like, wow, this is a good show. This is like fun to watch.
It seemed very cool and chill.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that's what you were giving off, from the stage, from on high.
Okay, great. Newport for us was sort of a hysterical foray into. We're so used to our sort of like light show ass,
Yeah.
rock and roll going on the stage feeling that it.
Full daylight in Rhode Island wasn't hitting the same.
Full daylight in the real Dries Van Noten and a Prada polo just doesn't feel right.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers are swagged out up here. I tell you what, nobody else looks like this. No one else looks like this.
Newport Folk was below
We do
you.
get best fit checks at Newport Folk. No, it was not below. It was not below us. It was just
Different.
a different world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different world.
I loved it. I had the best time, and it's not my world. I mean, it is my world musically, like what I actually like, but
Totally.
the vibe in theory isn't. But there's something so charming about it that you're kind of like disarmed.
Yeah, and everyone is just kind of outside hanging out, and you're like, oh, there's like Buck from Big Thief. That's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like like when we were at Lollapalooza. I just remember at Lollapalooza last year, we were like doing our thing on this little stage with the Dare, and then he was going to be role model Sally on like the main stage.
Sure.
So he was like, come with me, and we get on the golf cart with him and his tour manager or whatever, and they open the gates, and it's like more people I've ever seen in my life. Like I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea how many people were there and how crazy it was.
It's shocking to me that people enjoy music festivals. Now, this is
Me
not
too.
to say that I don't want them to come if I'm playing, but
Of course.
it's a it's definitely a tough. I don't like situations that could set you up for both crowd crush and resource shortage.
Yeah.
Like I don't like going out and having a hard time finding water.
Yeah, you know how you were probably at a Warped Tour in 2008. That shit was dangerous.
Basic survival
That shit was
instincts are being prioritized more so.
I was at Warped Tour 2008 in San Diego, and I did get I was it there that I got swept into a circle pit of a band I had no idea who they were. It was the scariest music I've ever heard in my life.
You got to be careful.
And someone was just like, run! So yeah, running in the circle pit until it stopped and kind of calmed down. Get out before the wall of death. You know, go over and see 4 Years Strong. A grown man jumps on your shoulder and off of your head.
And then you're
14.
You're dehydrated. All they got is Monster Energy. There's no water there's no water there.
This is before you got swole and had your squat.
It's a different time.
Yeah, I was but a shrimp.
But a shrimp.
Different time.
But a shrimp.
Well, lastly, before we let you go, speaking of McCall's, are you familiar with the hand wash called Naomi?
I'm not. Wow. That's huge. I'm familiar with the street in Burbank.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not the hand wash.
You've stolen that sign for a couple apartments, I'm sure.
I was there like a month or two ago, and just on the little ledge full of their knickknacks by the cash register, there's a little thing of hand wash, and it's like
interesting.
It has the little scrubbers in it that Aesop used to have. Ooh. It's like artisanal, all natural, but it's affordable. It's not expensive.
Before Aesop sold to L'Oreal. Or wherever they sold to.
But also the little micro thingies they use, we're saying it was like bad for the environment. It was like clogging shit up. And
they're saying this is bad. Yeah.
They're saying it's like not
so
biodegradable or something like that.
You're saying a $75 hand wash had something bad about it? I didn't.
Who would have thought? Every bottle had 3 trillion microplastic balls in it that are forever chemicals.
It does feel like that's why I don't drink boba. Feels like microplastics to me.
I mean, I don't know. Big plastic straw, big plastic cup with the plastic lid. You have to poke through to suck up the plastic.
It makes you think.
It's a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
We don't need that. But we don't need boba that much. But anyway, I think the Naomi folks listen to the pod. So
the Naomi heads.
I think you should. We'll get a case out to the house for you guys.
We'll get a case.
We'll do a nude photo shoot.
There you go. Oh yeah, and congratulations.
That'll be my first post back.
Congratulations on Playboy. I know we got to go, but congratulations on Playboy. You guys look great.
Thank you. I had to whip the titties out for something.
You did have to whip the titties out.
Get the girls out. Yeah.
I've gotten more jacked since then. Don't judge my gains from that photo. It was an off day for me. We had M Cafe.
I know.
Okay, so you're saying Playboy? That's just chapter 1.
That's chapter.
I was hoping you did the Trey Songs where you did 100 push-ups right before the shutter gets clicked. You're running back. You're running in a little sweat just to keep it going, keep the look going.
That's a huge move. Yeah, me fake counting like it's Anchorman counting to 100.
98, 99. Oh, what are you guys doing there?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys ready?
Are we talking Atwater McCall's? Which one are we talking? Oh, nice. Okay,
I would never go to Venice.
Well, I've got business over there. So
I
need to head
pop
back
over there, get a little gluten-free roast beef Sammy, get some hand scrub, and get a nice piece of fruit.
Life is too good for you guys. I can't wait to be in LA this week.
It feels good, brother.
It feels good.
It does feel good. All right, thank you for joining us. It's good to see you. The album is out now everywhere.
Album installs.
It's out now, but we're not here to do promo. We're here to have straight fun.
Exactly. We did do that. And the tour is on sale. Get your tickets wherever tickets are sold. And hopefully we see you soon.
See you at the fucking gym, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll see you at the gym, bro.
Please. Fuck yeah. See you at